What's going on? What's going on? My name is Dm-line, and this is
Mgtow.
and this is on the dotted line. Today we're gonna talk about part 2 of the Fallen State. The Fallen State. Y'all saw the recent episode. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But this is part 2 of the Fallen State, modern dating, Christianity, the incel cat, whatever.
Oh yeah, they was talking the incel dude.
I don't know what. Yeah, he's real funny. Incel. So part 2, we're gonna talk about the other lady. What's her name, Keith?
Clementine.
The other actress. She's the older woman. And Jesse had a question for her. Jesse was saying that what he said?
He said should people be having sex before they get married?
Yeah, that's what he said. Should they have sex before marriage? And then she said, basically, you should wait until you become an adult. She said maybe when you become an adult and you're more responsible to be able to handle, having sex and understanding it, maybe it's better like that. But she don't see nothing. She don't see nothing wrong with it. But she just said wait till you get older of age. So she took that approach. The incel cat, he said no. And the reason why he said no, he said that's the reason why it's a lot of marriages failing. A lot of, because the divorce rate is 72% in America. 72%. So yes, 72% in America.
Dang.
So he said because they're not bonding enough with each other because they having sex before marriage, and that's the problem. I don't know. Do you agree? Do you think? Because with me, I disagree with that. I don't feel like that's the reason why marriages ain't lasting and marriages ended up in divorce is because of they having sex before that. I disagree with that because at the end of the day, I feel like sex, what I said on the first part 1, sex is very, very important. It's very important.
It is important. Unless you're doing the whole Christian relationship and ain't nobody having sex. Right. Just together, but that's fine.
I feel like it's very important. And you have to have a crazy connection with somebody to have great sex. So I feel like it's very important.
Right about that.
I think that's the process. That's going through the process of getting to know somebody is sex. So it's the communication, us getting to know each other, and also we having sex. I feel like that's important. I don't know if he meant the irresponsible, but they may think irresponsible is, doing it before marriage. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, before marriage, I would say, most of us already done had the damn sex. So what you gonna do? Ain't nobody get married.
Do you think it's better to wait before marriage?
It depends.
Have it before marriage or wait until you get married to have sex.
No. You don't have to wait. No, I don't think it should matter.
Because he said we're losing the bonding. Because I remember my boy, he was saying that when you have multiple sex with all these different types of girls, and you picking up some of the
energy,
some of the energy. So when your wife or your significant other have a kid, your kid gonna have all those different personalities.
Wait, who?
Shout out to Brother North.
This shout goes out to Brother North. I can see that.
So there's the energy aspect of it.
That's true.
Because the incel dude, he said, the peer bonding is, it's to the point that you're gonna end up cheating because y'all not building a bond because you already had sex. It leads up to, okay, this joint may be whack. Because sometimes, like, if you have sex too early with a chick, and you having sex with, like, every day is having a lot of sex, and you in a relationship with her,
you get burnt out?
Not burnt out, but it might get boring. It might get to the point that it's like, I need something new because this joint ain't cutting it.
It's so many ways to go with that. It depends on the type of relationship y'all got. Now, if you're not having a open relationship or nothing like that, it's just y'all two, then y'all got to figure that out. Y'all got to find different ways to spice that up.
Right.
You do what you got to do at that point, but
well, that's the connection part.
Yeah.
That's the connection and being able to communicate and being able to, put all your emotions on the table.
Yep.
Put everything on the table. Don't hold back, so y'all can be able to, know what y'all want, know the ins and outs. And I feel like when marriages is more, it's not. They don't do much of that. That's why the divorce rate is 72%. And he also said that's the reason why a lot of, we not having enough kids, we not having enough babies because of the divorce rate. He was like, to the point that we're gonna be, us not having kids, niggas we gonna be running out of people and whatever. We gonna be extinct.
Well, they saying that's what's happening with millennials now, right? Like a lot of millennials not having kids. They're more focused on like careers and businesses and
right,
stuff like that. But
and it's smart. It's smart to be able to, wait until you have your ish together. It's very smart. Instead of back in the day. Back in the day, it was like, okay, I feel like it is important to have kids because you want to, you want to have your
legacy.
Your legacy be here, and like that's what my personal beliefs and views. I feel like it's important to have kids just for that. But as far as civilization purposes, that's why he was saying that we go into a dark road because we're we cheating, we getting all these divorces, we're not having kids and all that. That's why it's important. And then the young Christian actress, the one that I dragged part one. Wait, well, Clementine, that's her name?
No, Clementine is the older one.
Clementine first said, she said, well, the population is already overpopulated, so who really cares if we don't have any kids?
She said she'd rather adopt.
She'd rather adopt. And then that's the guy said that's the problem. He said, see, that's the problem. Nobody's not having kids. Nobody's not. So that's the reason why we should do it. We should wait till we get married, wait till we bond with somebody. Because if you bond with somebody, you're going to want to have mad kids with this person, and to build this family. And then the chick, now the Christian chick, she said that, well, that's not the case, that this country's overpopulated because of I believe, I don't know if she said the Hispanic community is holding it down when it comes to the babies. It's holding it down when it comes to the population. If they wasn't having babies, we'll be in a world of trouble. It'll be like in Europe. They say Europe is a decline in babies. It's a decline in the civilization out there. So, she was saying, she says a decline. And it was a report out that Caucasian people, they're not having enough kids, and they're dying off at a rapid pace. Y'all can look it up. They dying off at a rapid pace. They're not having enough kids. That's why, I believe when Obama won his second term, the people of Fox News, they was like, well, we gonna have to do something. We gonna have to get somebody else up in this White House that fits our views and what we need to remain the dominant population before we be the minorities. There's a reason for that. That's why when Trump became in office, it's a little off topic, but it's just more so the population. That's why with Trump being in office, you see all these things regulations as far as the abortions. It's a lot strict now. It's a lot strict. You gonna have that baby. It's like that now. Like regardless, you gonna have that baby. And it's another thing, another regulation. The immigrants not being in this country, because the more of them coming here, more of them having kids. Like the young lady, and she's Mexican. So the more of them come in this country having kids or whatever, it's gonna make their population a lot smaller, especially Caucasian people. So that's why Fox News said what they said about, well, we have to make sure we get our people in, and we need to have these strict regulations and these strict laws so we could be able to last, because we're going to be the minorities, and that's going to be a problem.
You caught that episode on Fox. I missed that.
Yep. It was on when Obama, his second term, when he won that, when he beat Mitt Romney.
Oh, Mitt Romney. Yeah.
So, but basically with that, I don't believe it matters. I don't believe it affects the divorce rate and it affects the bonding. I just think, people, they need to. It really got to come down to people have to be able to communicate. They got to be able to, treat their relationship serious. And if they don't treat what they believe in serious, like their religious belief, what makes them think they're going to treat their relationship serious?
There's so many problems nowadays with people. It's ridiculous. That's what it comes to. People is just jacked up.
Right.
It's not everybody, but it's enough people.
And I also think it's the groups too. It's the groups that causes us to not have a successful relationship also. And I'm gonna break that down after this break.
Because I want to know what the hell he talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 2.2.
On the dotted line, monkeys telling it's showing lines. It's ready to give you the business. And you already know. Let's talk.
Welcome back. This is On the Dotted Line. This is part 2 of the Fallen State show review. When we left off, I was saying that the reason why a lot of relationships is falling apart, and quote unquote what Jesse said, we in a fallen state of relationship, is because the groups, the feminist group, I feel like they were the reasons why we're not having successful relationships. The simple fact that instead of us working together to try to fix the problem, they're competing with us. The feminist movement is supposed to be, we want equal rights, we want equal pay, we want all these things. Now it's like, now I want to compete with the man. For what? We need each other. Like we need y'all. Why are you competing with us? So basically men reacted off of that. And they created a group called
Mgtow.
Basically they just saying that we had enough. We all for men. We don't agree with marriage. We don't agree with marrying y'all.
They not incels though.
They not incels.
They fucking.
Yes, absolutely fucking. And they messing with girls, but they just not do. Y'all not getting married. None of that. And they believe that is when it comes to marriage and when it comes to the legal things, dealing with a woman as far as the legal things, the legal aspect, that they don't get a fair chance. And I don't feel a lot of things is unfair. A lot of things unfair, especially if you're married to somebody and it don't work out. She gets everything. She gets everything.
Half of everything you
it's
want.
like damn. And we could talk about the child support. We've seen cases that child support is like men is fighting for their life, because the way child support works is based off of how much you make, right? It's really not how much you make, it's really how much you worth. So your worth is pretty much all deception. Because the amount, how much you worth is not necessarily how much you make. So you could be worth 100,000, right? So they're taking based off the 100,000.
You can only be seeing 40,000 of that.
You could be seeing 40,000 of that. Because all the liabilities and all the other things you have, and then it's or bills, liabilities, and you have like the things that you know.
The money is tied up in different.
It's tied up in different things. So you only make 40,000. So they take yearly out of your child support. They could probably take about 30% off out of that. 30% out of that $40,000, and you be fighting for your life. And it's like it's okay. He said, "Damn, I'm with my kid. I'm taking care of my kid. I'm giving the kid money."
I've seen some amazing child support stories. I'm not gonna go too deep into detail, but I've seen some amazing shit. Like
what happened? What happened?
Man was there with his children on child support. I've seen some amazing shit, but
And it is easier for them to be able to take advantage of that system.
Yeah.
They could take advantage and they could drag the man. And usually, some but not all. Please. Some but not all. But some women, they would, if the man, he don't want to mess with her no more. He wants to move on because the relationship not working out. They will be petty. And they'll be spiteful. And they say, oh, you know what? He moved on from me? I'm going to ruin his life. And so they use the system. And the system is there for them because the system is meant to break the family apart. Because that's why people get paid when you get a divorce. The highest indicator of wealth is marriage. The highest indicator that goes into poverty is divorce. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that, wealth is marriage. Divorce, poverty. It's a reason for that. It's a business.
Oh, cheaper to keep her.
Right.
That's why, I guess that's why we see certain power couples. Every couple ain't perfect. Everybody got their problems.
Right.
The whole cheaper to keep her, you hear about certain people's net worth. Like, who was that? Jeff Bezos that got divorced?
Yeah, he got divorced. She got $50 billion off of that.
Why?
He's still the richest man on the planet, though. That's whatever. And I'm not saying the spouse don't deserve anything or whatever. But it's just I'm talking about there's women out there is taking advantage of the system because they're bitter or they're being spiteful or they're being petty, and it's unfair that the man he can't move on with his life. He just can't move on with his life because he's tied up with that. And man's not off the hook because this comes back to what we're talking about with the marriage. You need to know who you interact with. You need to know who you having kids with. You need to have that connection with a person for it to work. But these groups cause these toxic relationships. And that's why, like, all these groups, let's work together to find a solution. But nobody wants to find a solution. It's more so, I'm team blue, you team red. It's more like that, or it's create this division, and division is never good for humanity at all. At all, it's no good for humanity.
I'm like, well, in some cases.
Well, say it with your chest, Keith. Say what's on your mind.
Just saying, man.
Say it.
Some cases, man. Listen. Well, we probably gonna have to go and do an episode
on
this. But
division. I think I know what you're going to say because when we talk about equality, or in part one, equality. If you have certain views and certain beliefs and beliefs, you don't believe in equality. You don't believe in equality.
Well,
So
I wasn't going that way, but
what you gonna say? I want you to say it. You
All
on
right.
camera? Say it. Say it. Rubbing the feathers.
oh, all right. Well, what I was actually thinking was it was more so due to religious beliefs, a lot of people got multiple religious beliefs.
Right.
To be honest, some people just don't get along due to those religious beliefs.
Right.
So, if people can't get along, should people be together? If they just simply can't get along at all, I'm just thinking in that direction. Sometimes it is better if, hey, you go that way, I go that way. Shit works better.
So you trying to say segregation back in the day was good for us? Was segregation good? A little off topic, but I feel like it's much needed.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't good in the sense that
Because
you got one side controlling the whole board,
right?
and they're dictating everything, saying, "Okay, we're going to be separated, but you only get this, and you got to figure that out, and we get all this." No, what I'm saying is, okay, let's make it fair.
Okay,
let's make it fair. We split the resources, or we divide it however we got to divide it so that it's fair for everybody. And
right.
You stay your ass over there, I stay my ass over there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You believe it could work?
Yeah, I believe it could work.
Well, they were saying that when segregation was working, black people was better off like that. You saw Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Their stuff was better than the white towns in Oklahoma. That's why they had to bomb them. It's like they had to bomb Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was the first time in history that the U.S. military bombed their homeland. They bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, because the white people over there was very insecure because they had other white people going over there. We had like hospitals. We had books. We had like everything. Everything was over there. Everything was so dope. And they had other white people that didn't have a problem. They said, "Oh, it's lit out here." So they was over there in the community getting the stuff they need, and they was bringing back. And then, you had the racist people out there. They was like, where you get that at? Oh, they doing that? Oh, really? And then the whole story was they created this situation that this black man was in that was working at the white town. They set him up. They put a white woman in the elevator with him, and she ran out. That's why women very powerful, boy. She ran out screaming rape, and then he got locked up, and they created this whole thing. Then the black militia group came, and they tried to defend him, and it was create this whole war. It was like burning up, and then they was all fighting, and the people that was attacking Black Wall Street, they was getting thrashed by the black militia group. They was getting thrashed, and they was like, let's drop bombs on them. Drop bombs, destroyed every business, destroyed everything.
Hold up. You know what I want to know? Get that information from. 'Cause I want some of that information. You might have to send me a link to a website.
Oh yeah, I got links, man. You already know, man. You could go follow us. You could go follow me on Onlyline26 on IG. You could follow. But yeah, I got a lot of information, man. But we can wrap this episode up. Keith, where could the listeners follow us at?
Anchor, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher.
All the platforms.
We all over the place.
What's our IG handle?
It's on the dotted line 18.
Yes.
On the dotted line 18. You guys can check us out up there.
Right.
Please like, comment, all that good stuff.
Subscribe,
and on YouTube,
share.
subscribe, share. On YouTube as well. We on that too. So check us out.
Please subscribe to us. Follow. Also, me and Marquise, we have a gym apparel store called Dm-line. You can go type in Dm/line.store. Dm/line.store. You can check us out. We got all the best gym apparel out there. 25% off everything. Check it out. You can follow us on our Instagram, also Dm-line18 on Instagram. You can also check out our products and our apparel over there. So, Keith, this episode, final thought.
Stay black.
Stay black and blessed, huh?
Black and blessed. There you go. Stay black and blessed. There you go.
That's a final thought. You already know. My name is Deshaun Lyons, and this is
Marquise Taylor is hot.
Signing out. Always cooking.